All right, let's take you to this now. So a manhunt is on for suspects who allegedly raped and stole from a group of female students at a Limpopo TVET college. The police are calling on anyone with information that will lead to the arrest of the suspects. But for more details on the story, we are joined by Brigadier Hlulani Mashaba from Limpopo SAPS. Brigadier, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. A horrific story, but and of course, perhaps I should warn our viewers that the story may contain some details that may be difficult to listen to for sensitive viewers. But explain to us what it is exactly you found had taken place.
Thank you so much for having us this evening and for the opportunity once again. Let me say that indeed we experienced one of the most inhumane acts of violence that actually transpired in one of our TVET colleges in Bulobetru policing precinct. The incident actually happened on the 22nd of February 2025 at around 11:10 in the evening. Some of the students were asleep at the college residence in Bulobetru, while one actually went out to get some water. As soon as she went out, she was, met by this other guy, or the unknown man who was there wearing a balaclava, a black jersey, as well as blue jeans, with black gloves as well, and also white sneakers, who therefore pointed to her with a firearm. And then immediately upon seeing that, she screamed, and one of the female students went out to assist, only to find that this unknown man was carrying a gun, who then ordered them to get back into their residence. And then as soon as he get in there, there were about 8 in total, about 8 of female students. So he therefore pointed them with a firearm and instructed them to undress themselves. While undressing themselves, he took, about 4 of them, aged 20 and 21, and repeatedly raped them. And then after the ordeal, he went off with a Samsung A04 cell phone as well as a Nokia C10. And then as a result, a case of robbery as well as 4 counts of rape was registered at our local police station. Upon realizing that, the team started with their own investigation. As we speak now, we are currently investigating the case of business robbery as well as the 4 counts of rape in this regard. You will know that the issue of GBV or gender-based violence has reached crisis proportion. As such, we need to nip it in the bud. We're calling upon anyone who might have information that can lead us into apprehending the suspect to come forward with information so that we're able to make a breakthrough in this case. But I must also say that the Provincial Commissioner has therefore instructed the investigating team to use all resources at their disposal to ensure that we apprehend this perpetrator. It is so worrying that you have someone who will go into a place of education where we're supposed to have, a conducive learning and teaching environment, and therefore did what he did. It is uncalled for. It cannot be condoned, as we need to condemn it in its strongest terms. But we are optimistic. We are confident in the work of our detective team, especially the FCS unit, who have solved, numerous cases before. We believe that this one is no exception. They are going to crack this one as well.
Yeah, this is, I can just imagine how devastating this is, not just for the 4 young women who were raped, but those that were also forced to watch. I mean, the stage that they are in, the support that is being given to them at this time.
Yes, there is support. Our FCS unit have been in constant contact with them, as well as the social development, so that we are able to provide psychosocial assistance. As you will know, the traumatic experience that these women or these female students have actually experienced, it cannot be explained as such. Hence, we need to give them all the support at this point in time. But from the side of the police, we know that it is our role to ensure that we create safer communities and protect all victims of abuse. So we are doing everything in our power to ensure that we apprehend the perpetrator so that he is able to face the full might of law.
Yeah. What do you need at this point for you to be able to find this suspect?
Of course, now remember this person was wearing a balaclava, and also he had his own gloves that he was wearing. But as you will know, the team of FCS is a team that is a specialized unit. There are quite a lot of things that we'll be looking at to actually connect the dots. We've been very successful in, in cracking some of these cases. As you will know, in the same area in Khapane, in Bulobedu, we managed to arrest a suspect that was early this year, I think around January, when we arrested a Facebook rapist, somebody who was luring people along that policing precinct. He will actually call them and say that he has jobs for them. And then in the main, when they go there to meet him, he will ultimately rape them. We managed to crack that case. There are so many cases, complex, rape and sexual assault cases that we have been able to crack. If you can also remember, there is one that was very prominent in the media space, the one that was in Libuahomo policing precinct. In Trini Clinic. That one also we have managed to arrest the suspect. So all cases that relates to to your GBV or your rape or sexual assault, our police have been able to crack those cases. We believe that this one is no exception. Our police will do their job as they always do. They will be diligent and they will do everything in their power to ensure that justice is restored, especially to the victims of abuse and rape.
Yeah, final question, Brigadier. I think any parent who's listening to this and has a child who is living at a residence then starts to wonder around, what they need to be on the lookout for the sort of security that's available at these residences. I mean, I don't know if the police would have had a conversation with, the people running that residence on shortfalls in their security.
Yes, of course, we normally do that. From time to time, we'll conduct, a crime awareness campaign in those, institutions of higher learning. In recent time, we had one of the seminars, especially in the University of Limpopo. We also intending to roll out to institutions of higher learning such as TVET colleges, so that we are able to educate, especially our learners, as to how they need to conduct themselves while they are in campuses, and also to urge them to report any cases of this magnitude without any delay. So we believe that when we go out to roll, a mass social mobilization campaign, we will be able to highlight the need for increased participation, especially from the learners as well, working closely with our CPFs who are always on the ground, as well as the police officers from our localities or the local police station, so that we are able to collectively respond and ensure that our members are free from any form of violence or abuse. So that is what we'll be doing going forward. So we believe that our strategies, we will continue to yield desirable results. We are obviously disappointed that this has happened while we have just had some of the engagements. If I can tell you, in recent times, we've been to your high schools, we've been to your primary schools, but like I've indicated, that we intend rolling the same campaigns to TVET colleges as well. As I have said that before, we have been to even to University of Limpopo, talking to them about the issues of crime in general and GBV in particular.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Brigadier, and to keep us updated as well on any information that does, make its way to police. Brigadier Hlulani Mashaba there of Limpopo SAPS talking to us about that horrific incident there that saw 4 female students allegedly raped in their schooling, their TVET college residence. Really, really sad.